don't suppose now would be a good time to ask for a bathroom break?
Watched a SpongeBob episode yesterday, surprise, surprise, and there was an important idea, an important, I guess, lesson or principle that helped me. And if any part of the message, as you watch the video or listen to it, resonates with you, it will be worthwhile to stay tuned. And I'm not doing one of those, oh, wait till the very end to learn the super secret lesson. It's like it's not a ploy to get you to stick around. In all seriousness, as I said, if it resonates with you at all, any part of this, then the whole video is going to help you out. So the episode was called, I believe it was called Dunces and Dragons. It's a play on words with, well, I don't have to explain what that is there, but in any case, it's the medieval episode. And to briefly explain the plot, it opens with SpongeBob and Patrick at a jousting tournament, and they get launched into the air by the seahorses. Not only launched into the air, they got shot through the wall and they land in like some I don't know if prehistoric would be the word, but yeah, as I said, a medieval time period. As they land there, they don't begin, well, actually, they start off by assuming that everything is a prop, because how are you going to fly into the air and then land in a different time period? But in any case, they don't start by saying, oh, this is, why are we here right now? This is so lame, or, oh, this is so scary, we got to figure out what we're doing. They just go for it in terms of whatever task is presented them. And turns out they're part of this prophecy where they're going to save this medieval town. And again, the idea is like, they're not sat here thinking, oh, why is it my responsibility? It seems to be the case that some, at least from my experience, some, if not most of the things you come to really love and enjoy, and not that that's the important aspect of it, but the things that become integral to your life and your purpose, they kind of just fall into your lap sometimes as some form of responsibility. So it's like, even with the stuff that I do now, at no point in time as a kid did I envision or even have some aspiration to be some musical director or have any part to play in something like that, or in the several different jobs I do. But again, back to the episode, sometimes things will happen, be presented to you, and the noble response obviously isn't, oh, why is it my responsibility? It's like, if a noble task, and the ideas I've talked about, at least in part, in previous videos, but hopefully this can really kind of expand on this particular one. It's like, if a noble task is presented to you, especially if you have some ability to take charge and take part, then I would argue that it is on you to fulfill the need and fill the void where there's a task that needs to be done. Now, any idea can be taken to its extreme. I'm not saying every task or every request someone makes of you have to fulfill. In fact, I have a whole video talking about that idea with the SpongeBob's abrasive side, where he has to buy an abrasive side so he even has the ability to say no, or to just, not say yes to every single request made of him. But in any case, yeah, check that episode that's important as well. But it's like, what are we here to do? I think of the quote often. It's like, why do we complain? Why do we do all these things? This is what we're here for. If it helps you think of yourself as filling a role, I like the comparison of a presidency, or I guess any kind of political position but I guess the presidency is more so one that's in the public view, people are familiar with. It's like, it's not the case that there's this one person that did this task and now no one's going to fill the role ever. It's like, no. There have been well, I guess 46 presidents, or something like, there have been 47 presidencies, as far as if I'm saying it correctly. And it's the same role, but different people filling the role. Do you want it to be said of you, yeah, this person came through for a time and they were not one of the better ones? Or do you want it to be said, this person was filling this role, I remember that person, they were great at it. Even with my job, like I mentioned earlier, music director. I guess you can add the syllable musical. But in any case, it's like, do I want it to be said of me, oh yeah, he was kind of lame? Or do I want it to be said, he was great. In fact, he may have been the best music director we had. Same thing with the SpongeBob episode. Should it be said, would he like it to be said, oh yeah, he came to do this task and he was kind of bad at it? Now look, there are things that you will excel at and things that you won't be as proficient in, and do what you can to be proficient in that which you need to be, but don't fret over not doing something completely to your satisfaction every time. It starts by you being terrible at something and then getting better. But I just really want to hammer the point home. It's like, a lot of the tasks presented you, again, especially if you have any ability in the realm of whatever form of responsibility it is calling to you, I'd argue it is on you to do it. There's even a scene in the episode where they're trying to trick the guards and get up to the top of the tower, and Sandy's like, yeah, I'm just taking them up to the tower for some form of torture, so go ahead and take one of SpongeBob's eyelashes off. And he doesn't sit there, he doesn't say, oh, no, this is all just a play and we're just tricking you. And he doesn't what would the word be, fold. He doesn't fold. He's like, you know what, it sucks and it hurts, the fact that he has to have one of his eyelashes taken out. That does sound painful, but he's even like yelling about it because it's going to suck. But again, he doesn't fold. He's like, you know what, this is part of the mission. Even a mission that I literally just fell out of the sky and this mission was presented me. Why do I have to do this? Again, he didn't say all that. He's like, you know what, there's a job to do and I'm going to fill that role and I'm going to be the best at it. At least try my best. That's all you can do. He's like, you know what, even with this specific thing, getting my eyelash taken off, this is going to suck. In fact, I specifically, me out of all these people, don't want to do this, but it's on me to do it because there's a job that needs to be done. So what's the job that needs to be done in your life? Or maybe there's about to be a job presented you that you know it's your job to fulfill. I'm going to link below a video that I have referenced in one of my other videos at least once before, talking about it's from my friends at Geeky Stoics, talking about the line from The Amazing Spider-Man. It's like, when you have the ability to do good for people, it's not even up to choice. You have a responsibility to do good. Again, don't become legalistic, and anything can be taken to an extreme, but in large part, take responsibility. Well, thank you so much for watching. I sincerely hope that this helps you in some way, so apply it today and wherever and whenever applicable. If you don't know Christ, there's no better time, no better day to begin a relationship with him than today. It says in the word that if you confess with your mouth Jesus as Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. There's no better decision you can make than that. Remember to treat others the way that you want to be treated, to love God and to love your neighbor, and therefore you will be your best self. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and as always, it's an honor.